Tonight on DC News Now, stranded on the tarmac. Why marchers for Israel say they didn't make it to the Capitol.
Extra eyes in the sky, how a new program hopes to decrease crime in Montgomery County, Maryland.
A front moving in close to the area is going to boost our temperatures and bring us some welcome rain. We'll talk about the timing of that rain coming up.
Then later, saying goodbye after decades of service, why one Western Maryland organization is coming to an end.
Stretching your dollar, where DoorDash will pick up and deliver your cold and flu season needs.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. Well, hundreds of people say they were stranded at Dulles International Airport yesterday after buses never showed up to take a group from the Detroit Jewish community to the March for Israel. And organizers are calling that act malicious.
Yeah, our Daniel Hamburg is joining us live from the airport. Daniel, about a third of the 900 who traveled here say that they were affected.
Mark and Annalisa, the Jewish Federation of Detroit chartered 3 planes to bring those 900 people to the March for Israel. As you said, only about a third of them made it off the plane, and a third of them didn't make it off the plane, rather. According to a Federation spokesperson, it was because of a, quote, deliberate and malicious walk-off of drivers. That spokesperson says a number of drivers called in sick when they learned of the assignment to take these people to the March for Israel. A large number of people were able to make it to the National Mall for the rally, but many of them had to wait 11 hours on the plane, including one high schooler who says half his plane was able to leave on buses, while kids from his school were stuck. Those stranded tell us they made the most of the situation and rallied on the tarmac and sang on the plane, but the situation, they say, was disheartening.
It kind of bummed us out because we all wanted to go to this rally. It meant a lot to us. I just was thinking they're not going to take us just because we're Jewish, because we're going to this rally.
And the Jewish Federation of Detroit won't release the name of that bus company because they say they don't want to bring any attention to them. But they did release a statement earlier this afternoon basically saying they are reviewing what happened with their council for any potential future action. We're live at Dulles International Airport. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. Well, developing now, D.C. police are investigating a shooting involving a young person. It happened in the 5300 block of East Street in Southeast Washington around noon. Police say the male victim was conscious. We'll keep you updated on this as soon as we learn more.
All right, taking a live look outside at Roslyn on a beautiful Wednesday early evening.
And the morning show shared a beautiful picture of the sunset, but right now, the sunrise, but the sunset is beautiful as well in the evenings lately.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It has been, especially last night. We didn't have any clouds to speak of, and boy, it was absolutely glorious. Now we do have some clouds, as you saw with a live camera out of Roslyn, and also here with a satellite view. Some of those clouds are drifting in and out. I think you've been fortunate. If you're up around Frederick or Hagerstown or Martinsburg, you've seen more sunshine today than you have in the district, but still, nonetheless, the sun was shining at times during the course of the afternoon and going into the evening hours. Now, one thing I am tracking, we always track here a lot of different things, but one of it is the cold, and you can see that the coldest of air is staying up to the north across Canada, but a little chunk of it's taking a drop south behind a cold front that's going to move through our area on Friday night and into the weekend. So yes, we'll get a little glancing blow of some cooler air or below normal air, temperatures, but we're not looking at frigid numbers. We're not looking at temperatures that are dropping down to 0 for daytime highs. Instead, we'll go from above normal readings there on Friday straight down to below about 20 degrees or so below normal readings on Monday. So a little bit of a drop off here. Just prepare yourself for that as the roller coaster ride of the thermometer continues in the month of November. And going for overnight lows here in the district around 39, 40 degrees for tonight. And then tomorrow morning, yeah, if you're in some of the outlying areas, it's going to be colder than the district, but needless to say, it's going to be dry. And each of these hours here from 5 to 6 to 7, even to 9 o'clock, all has green to go as far as the drive. No travel issues to speak of, at least weather-wise. Now, how about the headlines? Seasonal temperatures overall, and warming up late week. Scattered showers late Friday, cool down this weekend as I showed you, but more rain besides Friday's coming into play here, and I'll show you that 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. Also in the district this evening, police are investigating this car crash on Wisconsin Avenue in Northwest Washington. Officials say it happened near the intersection of 35th Street around 2 p.m. You can see that Mini Cooper flipped over on your screen there. Wisconsin Avenue was closed in the area in both directions while police were removing that car. That scene has since been cleared. DC News Now was there as emergency workers were able to remove a woman.
Well, police in Prince William County have identified the man killed in a shooting last night. They say that he was 26-year-old Quatrail Smalls, and police responded to the shooting just after 8:30 p.m. on Wharf Lane in Triangle. So far, no arrests have been made. And developing now, Virginia's delegation is calling for an investigation into the General Services Administration's selection process when it comes to the new home of the FBI headquarters.
And GSA announced just last week that Greenbelt, Maryland will become the new home for the department. And it's been a battle between Maryland and Virginia for decades. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming joining us live now. He's been following the story from the start. Leonard, what is the delegation saying tonight?
Well, the Virginia delegation, they are hopping mad because they lost out to Maryland for the Greenbelt, Maryland site for the future of the FBI. And they're saying, look, we want an investigation into this process that was raised first by FBI Director Christopher Wray. He says the fix was in and that a GSA official overruled a three-judge panel or three-person panel through the GSA that chose Springfield, Virginia as the site. So the Virginia delegation, signed by the two senators of Virginia Democrats, Tim Kaine and Mark Warner, as well as 9 Democratic congresspeople, including Abigail Spanberger, who announced Monday she's running for governor, and they want action. They want the Inspector General's office to jump in this situation and restart the process, and they're saying an investigation and a probe is needed to stall this process. Maryland, meanwhile, says last week in a press conference, they're moving forward. They're not going to stop the process, and they hope that Congress doesn't stall the process and provides the billions in funding needed to build this facility. Reporting from Virginia, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
Leonard, thank you. In Virginia, incumbent prosecutor Bhuta Bibarai spoke for the first time today since Loudoun County officials called the race in favor of her Republican candidate opponent, Bob Anderson, to become the next Commonwealth attorney. Bibarai made history in 2020 as the first female Commonwealth attorney in Loudoun County history, but her office made controversy when she decided to prosecute Scott Smith, the father of a high school student who was sexually assaulted during school. Smith was charged with 2 misdemeanors for disturbing a Loudoun County school board meeting. Governor Glenn Youngkin pardoned him earlier this year. Bibarai says she has no regrets in her concession speech today.
What we want to do is to make sure that every voter had their vote counted. That happened last night, and then that put us in a position to try to assess what options we want to undertake, and we didn't want to delay the transition process because it's hard to come into an office on the same day that you're expected to do the good work of the people.
Bibarai told DC News Now that she expected a close election, but not to lose by 300 votes. She says that her focus is on the transition process.
Also back in the district now, starting today, drivers could get a $100 fine if they're parking, standing, or stopping in a bus zone. It's the first phase of the district's plan to improve bus safety and travel times. DC News Now's Tosin Fakile is in Columbia Heights with a look at how it works.
This is part of DC's Claire Lane program, a combined effort between WMATA and DDOT. The goal is to improve bus travel times and bus stop safety. by using cameras mounted on buses going to select routes in D.C. to identify drivers illegally parked and stopped in bus zones. WMATA says the cameras on the buses will take a picture of the unauthorized car in bus zones, and it's sent to DDOT to issue citations through the mail. And D.C. leaders support the move to fine drivers who impede buses. There was a warning period of 45 days after the program was announced. DDOT tells DC News Now bus stop violations made up almost 80% of the warnings issued.
Should be double.
Inconvenience for everyone that's getting on the bus, inconvenience for everyone that's getting off the bus. Sure, it's a good thing. That way they'll start having more respect for that bus zone.
To give you an idea of just how much of an issue it is, DDOT says in a 30-day demonstration period, there were 60 violations per day per bus. Now, when it comes to bus lanes, they're soon expecting to start fining drivers who block bus lanes. DDOT just hasn't announced when that will start. For now, we're in Columbia Heights. I'm Tosa Fakile for DC News Now. Back to you.